Good kill, good kill. Hey, good kill.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. We're in the F-18 Hornet today, and we are in my PvP server. That means no AI. Everybody that we're going to see in this video is going to be people flying the aircraft, and we're going to be probably facing off against a lot of F-16s. So let's go and take off and see what we can do. Okay, everything's looking good. We switched to air-to-air mode. Let's pull up the EW screen and punch the radar out to 80 miles. And let's go ahead and turn in. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and gain some altitude here, and mostly for defensive reasons, because when they fire AMRAAMs at me I want to be able to defend, and a little bit just so my AMRAAMs actually pose some sort of threat to them. Alright, been flying for a little while now, and I got these two guys who look like they're flying in formation about 30 miles off the nose here, and we already have the shoot queue, 29 miles Fox 3. I'm locked up in TWS. We'll take the second one. He's a little bit lower. Fox 3 on him as well. And we're going to go ahead and crank left. Notice how I fired with altitude. That's going to help me defend. It's going to give me a cranking option. And my missiles are now more dangerous since they were fired from a higher altitude. And you can see that guy already defending. 17 miles now. I'm going to crank back the other direction just because I want to get into the mountains. I want to use some terrain masking in case they fired missiles at me. And they should have. I should be hearing them any minute now if they did. Oh, I got one. Alright, well, that's why you launch from a higher altitude. And there's the missile that I was expecting them to have shot. We're just going to go cold, use this terrain cover here. Just dip behind this mountain. That missile's coming from my 5 o'clock right now. Moving on to the 6. And I should be safe. We'll just continue cold for a bit just to be safe. And I don't know what happened to his buddy though. I got one of them. I think I got the flight lead. I don't know what happened to his wingman though. If I remember correctly, he broke right. He should be in the bottom of these mountains somewhere. Alright, so I've been looking for this wingman for a couple minutes now, and I don't know where he went off to. Actually, I think he's over there, but I kinda don't really care about him, because I don't think he knows where I am. I want to get this other F-16. Data link says he's on my left, and he's a little bit higher. I think he's a much juicier target. I'm going to vector onto him. Probably use the helmet mounted sight to lock him up. You can see data link right now calling him hostile. Right there. Bore sight, lock him up. He's coming up unknown now, but that's alright. Fox 3. We'll go ahead and dive. There's no way he sees this coming until it goes pitbull on him. He's in the cons too. Yeah, he sees it coming now. It's too late, bro. Splash 1. Alright, let's go home, refuel, rearm, and come back out. Alright, rearmed and refueled. Let's go again. Things seem like they're going in our favor so far. Alright, so I'm going to try playing a little bit differently this round. I'm going to try flying low like I see a lot of Hornets doing on the server. Very counterintuitive for me. As I already mentioned in the video, I try to get as much altitude as humanly possible. I understand why that's intimidating. There's F-16s and Tomcats flying in the area, but as long as you have good situational awareness, which the Hornet should provide to you given the data link and all that stuff, there's really no reason why, if you're paying attention, you shouldn't be able to respect Mars and defend missiles and stuff like that. And essentially, I'm just trying to get close enough to them that I can get these missiles off. I really need to get within 30 miles at least, and within 10 if I'm on the deck. So you can see why it's kind of, counterintuitive to go high because you think you get killed, but really you can shoot them a lot further if you do that. Now, that being said, I think there's somebody off in front of me here who is not paying attention. Go ahead and lock him up. And so he should be seeing me on data link right now. He's right in front of me. I'm pointing the bore sight right at him. There it is. There's the lock. He should be seeing me on data link. He should be seeing a bandit underneath him increasing altitude, which should tell him that I'm coming for him. But he just continues to fly straight. There's a Fox 3 out on him. And he's going to Fox on somebody. I think that's an F-16. And he actually breaks into me. Splash 1. Yeah. Should fly higher, bro. Higher and faster. Alright, splash 1 there. That's 1 Viper down. Alright, that's it. I couldn't do it. I had to bring my altitude back up. It just felt, kind of crazy being that low. So I brought it back up. We're at 18,000. I got a lock on this guy, 22 miles. And we have no AWACS. AWACS is gone. I've tried to IFF this guy several times, but I need 2 votes in order to identify him hostile. He's not squawking back friendly, and so as far as I'm concerned, he is a hostile. Everybody else comes back friendly except this guy. So Fox 3 at 22 miles, and he's actually in a flanking position. I'm shooting this at him to make sure he doesn't kind of turn around and look at me, because I need to get a lot closer to get a good kill. This missile will make sure he doesn't, turn his nose into me and try to kill me, which he is doing now, but when that missile goes pitbull, he'll change his mind. Theoretically, anyway. We'll see. Alright, 17 miles, and he's continuing to turn into me. That's definitely an F-16. And we continue our climb now at 27,000 feet, 14 miles. And Fox 3 there, he's getting closer and closer to looking at me here. And see him turning away now. That missile, the first missile, has gone pitbull. It scared him off. And there's that second missile that actually has a probability of hitting him. Unless he turns completely cold, then he could survive it. And notice how, just by firing missiles, I've been able to keep him from pointing his nose at me. You continue to force the bandit defensive. And so he's pretty high, and he's going cold for me. I'm 10.5 miles, and at this range, I think the AMRAAM can hit him, even if he's cold. Okay, that's a Fox 3 at 10.4, and I think it can catch him. The Mars, even cold, is not 10 miles up here, almost 30,000 feet. So I think he's about to get a nasty little surprise in his tailpipe any second now. Come on, AMRAAM, don't let me down. Splash 1. I love AMRAAMs, man. You never get tired of that shit. Alright guys, so quick little Tacview review here. You can see that there is a lot going on in this Tacview. So I've turned off the labels, because here's what it looks like with labels. It's a little crazy. So I'm just going to turn them off. I'll turn them on as needed. I'm flying over here as Hammer 3. That is my, I don't know, incognito name on the server. at least for this round. I change it every time. And so here, this is the part where I was trying to look for somebody's wingman or something. I guess he got killed. And so I got 2 bandits off in front of me on data link, and I'm going to fire at this guy over here. Lega Cyril, whatever, at 20 miles, and essentially I picked him because he's a bigger threat than Gaucho over here, because he's, you know, flying away from me. And so I give him a Fox 3 and recommit onto him. Now you can see he goes cold, and that missile's essentially trashed, and he drops his tanks, and he's basically, you know, he's out of reach for me. There's not much I can do with him at this point. He's completely, you know, in a different combat area at this point. So at this point I recommit onto our buddy Gaucho over here, who seems like he is trying to figure out, you know, he's trying to orient himself. Now on the HUD I could see a little circle that was telling me what direction the bandit was looking at, right? So when it comes to Gaucho over here, the circle was pointed this way, and then it started to slowly turn like this as he did his turn in, right? So I could tell, oh, he's turning into me, probably because he's got my nails, right? He's got F-18 nails behind him. So I give him a Fox 3. This one, no intention of hitting him, just intended that as he, you know, continues this turn, he'll get the Pipple warning from this missile and it'll turn him away. And as he does this, I'm going to close the entire time and hopefully catch up to him. So that's the idea. So there's that missile. He continues to turn in as, you know, wanted, as desired. It has the desired effect, and he breaks away. This missile was supposed to do the same thing, but it doesn't track, so that's garbage. And so he stays cold here. Now he is climbing, and at 10 miles I fire another missile. The reason I wanted to bring this up is because this is, you know, it's the data link should be showing him how far I am behind him at 10 miles. You know, he should be clearly seeing me on data link. I'm pretty high up. Everything should be in his favor. He needs to establish the fact that he's in a high altitude, and the MAR is going to be a lot more than 10 miles up here, even cold. You know, cold, it might be 15 to, you know, 17 miles for him in this situation. So when he sees a bandit on him, you know, at 10 miles behind him, what he really should be doing is diving and running. I'm too close to him for him to want to recommit. All he can do at this point is run away. And if he reduces the altitude, he actually does push the MAR closer to 10 miles, and he gains speed on his way down, right? So that's the correct thing to do in this situation. You have to consider your altitude and what the MAR is, and, you know, are you cold, are you hot, kind of thing. And he does not do that, and that missile catches him at a Mach 2.19 is the last I saw there. That's one dead bandit right there. Alright, so this is the main thing I wanted to bring up in this one, is understand your situation, look at where your bandit is, establish the MAR in your head, and then, you know, try to make it happen. The only chance he had here to survive was to dive. So, and, you know, he does dive, it's just way too late. Alright guys, so that's going to be the Tacview review for today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.